Good morning. So I'm reaching the end of my rag rug to skirt journey, and I'm excited because it's working out real well. But I want to tell you about a little hiccup I had that I turned into something cool. I have a bunch of these like shimmery gold panels in the skirt. I love that fabric. It's so shimmery. But I have several large panels, and when I started sewing the tiers together, I realized that two of those panels were going to be lined up one underneath the other, which was going to make one large visual gold square, which I thought would be odd looking. So I started trying to figure out what I could do about that, because I couldn't really adjust where the tiers lined up. That was not something that I could adjust, so I had to figure out how to work with this big square. And I got the idea of turning it into like a feature panel on the skirt. So I outlined it with the binding and decided what I wanted to put on it, which I decided that a little scene with some birds on branches would be really cute. And I was going to use my embroidery machine, but then I decided that I wanted to make them by hand, because everything about this skirt has been so organic and made by hand, that I wanted to just keep it that way all the way through. And so what I did is I got some fusible interfacing, which is like a papery fabric that has like glue on it. And you can put stuff on it and then iron it and it'll stick to it. So I used the fusible interfacing, and I used scraps that I cut from the skirt fabric when I was making it. And I used the fusible interfacing, and I put the scraps down and ironed them on and cut them out in bird shapes, so I ended up with stuff that looked kind of like that. And then I took my sewing machine and I just put the feed dogs down, and I just free sewed feathers and like eyes and beaks, and then I came in, so it turned out kind of looking like this, like these scrappy little birds, which I think are very folk arty and very adorable, and I love them, and that's just the vibe I want to go for on my skirt. So I made a few of those, and I'm taking this fabric and I'm folding it up like that, right? Like in a tube, and I'm twisting it and I'm turning it and I'm sewing it down, and I'm going to make branches out of this, and then the little birdies will perch on the branches, and I think it'll be a really cute addition and actually elevate the skirt. So we'll see very soon how that turns out, because I'm almost ready to sew it all down. I think it turned out adorable. It fits right in. What do you all think?